right in the middle of March when the outbreak happened, there was a part of me that was happy to stay home and to focus on my podcast, which was in its beginning phase. And I needed a lot of time to create something that I enjoyed listening to. But there was this other part of me that was really concerned. I was concerned about, of course, my family's health here and in Iran and my communities, because all of a sudden the calls that I was getting switched from, oh, what job do I want to apply for, to, oh my gosh, how am I going to manage, my team this way? How am I going to take care of, work by staying at home and dealing with my, toddler? How am I going to be able to manage family and all the things that are happening within our house, giving the stress level plus work? How am I going to do that? So I could see the struggle. I could see the difficulties that people were going through. And I was fortunate that no one was affected by COVID. So it was basically the concerns, it was the stress, it was the anxiety that was impacting a lot of people around me. Then I thought, how about I start a program that people can teach one another something? And given that I had many connections in my Iranian community, I reached out to a few people. Most of them said yes, and we started from a very small group to now being, 400 people in our group and teaching 10 to 12 classes per week. This not only gives people the opportunity to enjoy their time, to focus less on the problems they're facing, but also it gives them the opportunity to learn something new at home, things that they never thought they can do, things that they never thought were possible. And we do that. We, in a sense, are breaking certain stigma around what a class should be like. And we are trying to bring the community together to learn classes in a whole new different way. And we're doing that all in Farsi. The group has evolved beautifully. People volunteer their time, to teach a class or to create events. And this has been a magnificent experience for me. Now, I spend a lot of time on that, trying to recruit people, bring in and, communicate with them and, give my perspective on how to improve it, especially for someone who hasn't taught a class, in the setting before. But it's been amazing, both to see someone grow and then also to see many others benefiting from the classes that we're bringing to their home for themselves and their children. This reminded me of a bookmark that I received when I was part of a program in honors college in 2005 in Dallas, Texas, or actually Arlington. I was doing my bachelor's at a time, and we were trying to encourage, as a science major, we were encouraging girls to choose, science fields. These were underprivileged, kids. They might have not known, which, areas were there or what, what fields they could go to. I don't know what they have done with their lives. I've never connected with them to that level, but I always kept this bookmark with me. I remember, and I always even hang it in my office wherever I've lived in the past, 15 years. On the top it says, making a difference. An old man walked up a shore littered with thousands of starfish, beached and dying after a storm. A young man was picking them up and throwing them back into the ocean. "Why do you bother?" the old man scoffed. "You're not saving enough to make a difference." The young man picked up another starfish and threw it past the breaking waves into the sea. Made a difference to that one. You make a difference every day. Whether you are inviting your friends to join our group or whether you are one of the volunteers, you are making a difference. Thank you. Thank you for being part of our community effort.